Right, good news. In your functional skills exams, the only area you will be asked to do are rectangles and squares. Bad news, you can have what's known as compound shapes, but we'll come back to that. Let's start with the basics. So we have our rectangle here. Let's say this was 6 centimeters and this was 3 centimeters. Area equals length times width. 6 times 3, which equals 18. But this is centimeters, this is centimeters. So we write centimeter squared because you have times 2 centimeters together. So you get a little 2 like that. Just accept it. Failure to put the 2, you lose a mark. So that's area in a nutshell. But we have still got to work out compound shapes. The compound shapes come in 2 forms. I'll take the easiest and then we'll do the hardest. So one version of the compound shape is this. You get, let's say, some sort of rectangle like this, and then let's say you've got something smack bang in the middle of it. We'll colour that in green. That's good enough. We'll colour the rest in, let's see what other colour we can have. Let's have the rest in a sort of grey. There you go. Right. And what you are seeing is a top-down view of a garden, let's say, and this garden, you've got the green lawn in the middle and you've got the sort of gravel around the outside. You are given the following measurements, and then you're going to be told that this length here is going to be 2 meters, okay? And you're going to be told that this green patch here, for the purpose of this, is a square. Okay, this is a square. So a bit of common sense will say to you, well, if that's a square, then everything, this thing, all its sides are the same length. So the question you could be asked is, what is the area of the gravel? Right, the answer is easy. First job, you take this in bits. So you do 10 times 3. So area of everything. Notice it's meters squared because you've got 2 m's here, so it becomes a squared. Area of everything must be 10 times 3 because look, 10 encompasses this lawn and the 3 encompasses the lawn. So therefore the area of everything is 10 times 3, 30 meters squared. Then you write, it's a square, so all the sides are the same length, so 2 times 2 is 4. Remember the meters, so it's 4 meters squared. Therefore, these 3 dots, by the way, is a shorthand for the word therefore. Therefore, area of gravel must equal 30 minus 4, which equals 26 meters squared. It must be 26 meters squared because you've worked out everything and then you take away the area of the grass. So all that's left behind is the grey. Or, to make it visual, look, the green area is 4. Bye-bye 4 meters squared. Oh look, it's all gone. And now you're left with one massive hole with nothing in it because you've literally just got rid of it. So all you've got left is the grey. Hence that calculation here, 30 minus 4. You have done the equivalent of this picture now here. The black is the hole where the green lawn has disappeared. So that's one type of question you could be asked. And now let's go to the other. Now the other type, as I said, is the compound shape. So compound shape, it could be in many designs, but it normally looks something like this. So you've got some sort of T shape like this, and let's call this 10 meters. Let's call this 2 meters. Let's call this 3 meters. Whoops, that came out badly. Let's do that again. Come on. Let's call that 3 meters, and let's call this 1 meter. Let's make this. Let's make that 4 meters. So you might get something that looks like this, and you might be told, give me the area of this thing. As you can see, not all of the sides have been labelled. So your first challenge is to get that done. The way you do that is simple. This side here has not been labelled. Let's make that a thicker pen. So we need to get that fixed. So the way we do it is we look at all the other horizontal sides. So we've got a 3, we've got a 1, and we've got a 10. So we can say 10 minus 3 minus 1 must give us what this side is worth. We must do. If 10 is everything, i.e. this one and this one and this one, then it goes to say 10 minus 3 minus 1 gets you what's left, which is this bit in blue. Ten minus 3 minus 1 is 6. So we now know that's worth 6. Let's look at this side here in red. Now, we've only got 2 verticals. We've got a 2 and we've got a 4. Well, in this one, you can make a presumption that it must be the same length as the 4 on the other side, because the 2 is higher up than this side here, so the 2 can't be involved. So we know he's worth 4. You know what I'll do is I will change this to blue so you can see that these are the sides we've labelled in. So he's 4, that's 6. This side here is the same as this side here, so that must be 2. Well, that's 2 meters. So now we've got all the sides all done. Then what we can do is we split the shape apart. So let's split the shape. The easiest way is to do it like this. We make a cut. So one shape is shape A, and the other is shape B. And then all we do is we start working it out. We just work out the areas of both A and B. So if we move a bit to this side and we say area of A equals 10 times 2, which equals 20 meters squared. Area of B equals 6 times 4, which equals 24 meters squared. Therefore, area of whole shape equals 20 plus 24, which equals 44 meters squared. Done. That's the whole shape, 44. Another way you could have tackled this, which would have probably in this case made it more difficult for you, is to do something like this. We say that this whole shape is actually 10 by, we envelop it, so it's 10 by, what's the vertical, 2 plus 4, so it's 10 by 6, 2 plus 4 is 6, so this up down, this bit up down is 6 meters. 2 plus 4 is 6. So you could have written area of shape, as it were, equals 10 times 6, which equals 60. And then you could have written, okay, what you then do is you take away the gaps, you punch out these holes. So this hole here is 3 by 4. So you do 60, take away 3 times 4, which equals 60, take 12, which equals, what is that now, 48. And then you do 48 minus this bit here, this bit you're going to punch out of the shape, which is, what is that? It is a 1 by 4. So 48 minus 1 times 4, which is the same as saying 48 minus 4, which equals 44 meters squared. And that is your final answer, which, as you can see, matches the answer over there. They both are identical. So that's one method of doing it, which is to create a rectangle that fills in all the gaps, 10 by 6. 6 is because of 2 plus the 4 vertical. And then take away the areas of the bits that need to be cut out, which are these cut lines here. So first cut out 3 by 4, so 60 minus 12 is 48. Second cut out 1 times 4, 48 minus 4, 44. That's one method. And this here, which I will now encircle in red, is the other method. Either method will work in the exam. Just so long as you explain what you've been doing, you'll be fine. I do apologize, this particular video is quite long, but that's because there was a lot to cover.